And welcome to Stunt Hangar Video Hangouts. My name is Charles Carter. I'll be your host this evening. I want to extend to you my gratitude for you watching Stunt Hangar Video Hangouts. If you're watching this as a replay, I want you to know that I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please make a note of this so you can watch or be part of the live stream. Plus, we have an after party following the live stream, which is sometimes better than the live stream portion. You must be a registered Stunt Hangar Forum member to find the link to be part of the live stream and the following after party. Here at Stunt Hangar Video Hangouts, we talk about building and flying model airplanes, sport flying, competition flying, and what you've been doing lately. To join our conversation, if you are already a member of Stunt Hangar Forum, you can find the link if you scroll down to the section called At the Bench, which is right below in memory of our friends. Now, if you don't see the At the Bench link, it's probably because you're not a member or if you're not logged into Stunt Hangar Forum, the At the Bench link will not appear. Now, if you're not a member, please register at stunthangar.com/SMF. That's stunthangar.com/SMF. That's Smart Men Flying. That's courtesy of Jeff Riley. You must place a space between your real first and last name when you register. You must also use a valid email address or Sparky. The proprietor of Stunt Hangar will not approve you. Now, if you're inclined to not come in, even though you're approved, but you just enjoy watching us on YouTube, wonderful, fantastic. You can enter your questions right over here or comments right over here at the chat box, right over there. And I'll do my best to make your comments or questions a part of the show. And understand, sometimes I can't get a word in myself. So be patient, as I will ask our illustrious panel your question or state your comments. Excuse me, state your comments. And by the way, you only can do this during a live stream. So like I said earlier, I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening, starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, if you find the Stunt Hangar Video Hangouts that I host, or the many building videos, contest coverage videos that Sparky does on this platform, informative and enjoyable, please hit the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Subscribe, share, comments on the videos help the Stunt Hangar YouTube channel grow. And please consider joining Stunt Hangar's YouTube channel memberships, which start at just $4.99 a month, which is less than 17 cents a day. I mean, by the way, I'm a member. I have the $4.99 come out of my own checking account each and every month. And I don't miss it. And I suspect you won't miss it either. Plus, it helps offset some of the expenses of running Stunt Hangar. And now, if you don't want to do this a monthly subscription, which mine comes out toward the end of the month, like the last couple of days of the month, that's when I notice to see the transaction. Yours might be different. But if you don't want to do that, do the super chat or the super thanks. The super chat is available during the live stream. It's right below the chat box over here. And the super thanks is on the replays. And hopefully you'll just determine in your heart, what the value, the information you're gaining and learning, and you can equate that with some dollars. We would definitely appreciate your support. And please support us because you're helping offset some of the expenses of running Stunt Hangar for Sparky, and that's greatly appreciated. Plus, Sparky does pay me a little bit for doing this, and my super chats have been almost non-existent lately. So please help me. I like the show to be self-sufficient, self-supporting, and so please help me do that. Now, if you want to get in touch with me and you have questions or comments, the best thing is to go to my YouTube channel, which is called Flying Control Line Stunt. Let me repeat that. Flying Control Line Stunt. I probably need to get a card or a placard so I can show you. But if you was to go to my channel, my YouTube channel, check out the 2019 AMA National Championship video. And it's the video which Sparky shot with his video camera, me flying his beautiful Junar XL. And let me tell you, I think the Junar XL was a very pretty plane, and especially it was light. One of the biggest and lightest planes I can ever remember flying. And so check it out. And if you comment, subscribe, and share there. That helps me out as well. But mostly you can get in touch with me because I'll get notified right away, and I'll be able to respond to you quickly if you go that route. Even better than on the Stunt Hangar YouTube channel. Excuse me, the Stunt Hangar forum. I respond to my YouTube channel much better than the forum because I check the forum probably every Monday and Friday. So I get notices if you do it on my YouTube channel. So that's why I encourage you to do that if you want to get in touch with me. I want to thank you for your past, your present, and future support. You are making it happen. Thank you so much. And please keep the conversations family room friendly. Don't use things or use words you wouldn't say or do around your own family or grandchildren. And without any further ado, I'm now going to post a link at the forum right now. Let me make my way over there right now and post the link. And so hit refresh. Please hit refresh. Yeah, I just posted the link. The link is Stunt Hangar Video Hangout, Monday, January 15th, 2024. It's under at the bench. Okay. And let me go ahead and go to the YouTube channel and go to what I call the control panel and get this going. So making my way there right now. And let me do this here also. Let me see here. Just bear with me here. Right. Yeah, that'll be okay. Let me send that right now. Great. All right, cool. So making my way over to the control panel, get rid of some of these tabs so I can lessen the resources that my computer has to deal with. Today's Monday, actually celebrating Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. It's hard to believe. I think he died, or was murdered, assassinated about 50 years ago. That is absolutely amazing. Let me see here. I don't want to do that. Dang it. Making my way over there. I went the wrong direction here. Give me a moment here to get back on track. Waiting for my computer to refresh. Went to the wrong. Here we go. I want to do that. Anyways, like I was saying, I usually wear a shirt on Martin Luther King's birthday. I have a shirt with one of his quotes, and I think his quote was something to the fact that injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere, something like that. I'm sure I'm butchering it up, but I think that's a very cool quote. Let me make my way here. I'm still. Oh, there we go. Well, you think Hi, Jim. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, Charles?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. I'm still getting the show fixed up, but I really appreciate you coming in. And
Go ahead. I'll be right back, actually.
All right. Sounds good. Let me edit this here. Let's see here. Okay. All righty. Here we go. Great. Fantastic. All right. So we have 7 concurrent viewers and we have 3 likes. So please smash that like button. Even if you don't like the show, you don't like it, but do some engagement. I appreciate it. It still helps us. Even if you don't like it, it still helps us. It shows engagement. So you might as well hit us the like, the positive. Give us the thumbs up, I mean. But either way, I just prefer having all 7 of you doing the thumbs up or thumbs down. Gary Sinclair is the first one in the chat box. He's a member of our YouTube channel. I'm not sure which tier he's in. There's 3 tiers. The bottom tier is $4.99 a month. So thank you so much for your support, Gary. And he's also the monitor, or one of our monitors. He has the blue wrench next to his name. And then next is Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. He says, yo! Thank you very much, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, for coming in. And Marcel Legrand says, Hi, Charles, and everyone at Stunt School. Life is good. I'm glad to hear that, Marcel. That's awesome. And looks like Mark Wise is making his way in here. Very, very, very good. Mondays are always a good show. I remember like, there was time when Fridays was the killer, but Mondays is on par. Some people, I guess, have too much going on Friday, and Monday is a okay night for them. So, have you gotten your calendar, Jim? Did you get your calendar already?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Great,
So,
fantastic. That your plane looked really nice in that calendar. It looked he did a really good job.
oh, good, good. I sent him a link to I a lot of photos of my stuff as I'm building and everything. So I just sent him a link so he could see way too many photos, so a lot to choose from.
That's good. And he did a lot. He did like a my wife does that kind of stuff all the time, a collage of those pictures.
Mhm.
So it looks really good.
Good. I'm glad to be helpful.
Have you done any flying lately?
I did. We flew yesterday.
Oh, fantastic.
I,
How'd it go? I know that you're flying your Lunar, right?
yep. To whip that in shape. It's coming along, and it's probably got I don't know a dozen flights on it. So always making adjustments. It's certainly not there yet, but I got the motors working just right. I'm happy with the lap times. The tunes are good. I'm playing with a center of gravity. I'm playing with engine offset. I'm playing with tip weight, and next I'm going to play with line length to get
Next, you're gonna play with line length. Is that what you said?
line length. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I think you might have a little bit of shortage of bandwidth, just a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just a little, yeah, just like your visual is just a little bit fuzzy and sometimes, and I didn't quite hear some of the syllables, but you're doing well. Don't worry.
I
Um,
could. What if leave and come back? Does
okay.
that tend to
All right.
help?
Yeah, that
Let me do that.
that I want to continue on what you going on with your Trent plane.
Okay.
Very interested. I mean, talk to Mark Wise then. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Hey, buddy, how are you?
I am doing so well, man. I'm except for
Hey, the
the
vertigo?
vertigo. Yeah, man, I'm just I haven't flown in weeks, and I just it's I think I could fly if I just did the all the stuff that's below 45 degrees. I probably could
Yeah,
do that, but knowing me, I would out of habit just start doing maybe an hourglass or do
yeah.
something, and I would go, oh, shouldn't have gone here, and then I
Well,
might crash the plane. So I'm
that,
I'm trying to hang on until it's all the symptoms are gone because I still experience vertigo. Um, so
well,
it's
my
really
advice would be when that first flight, borrow someone else's airplane, and
very,
then
very,
you don't have to worry about it.
yeah. Can I borrow your airplane? Can I borrow your
Like, yes, you can.
all right. Your
Yes,
let me see. I like that one name you have for one of your planes. Is it the Marksman? What is it?
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a cool name.
Bob Hunt gave it that name.
Yeah, that is a cool name.
Yeah. He said it was either going to be that or Butthead. I said, no, no, I like Marksman better. So we're doing fine. Paul and I are, and Bill Lee and others are, getting into the stages of the worlds. And I was reminded of you, there's something very interesting about this event, and it's true every 2 years, is that the chosen site, which is Muncie this year, you go through all this work, but there was a drop dead date that had been the somewhere in April, and that date is when the FAI and others determine if there are enough participants to generate the money to have the event.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of people are doing a lot of work, particularly Bill, and with no guarantee. And what Paul and I talked about yesterday, he said, you know, with an event in Europe, there are a lot of guys who can just get into the car and go. But when you have it across the ocean, you're looking at some real serious expenses. So who pays for the judges? Who pays for the flyers? How does that all happen? So, we're all just going on the assumption, of course, that it's going to happen.
Good.
Good. But it's that date, and what Bill recommended, what Paul and I and others jumped on right away was that date was sometime in late April. That doesn't leave a lot of time for accommodations and flights. So he asked for it to be moved back to February 28th. So we absolutely wholeheartedly agreed to that. So now we're just waiting for some feedback. That's just too late for us to, especially if you're short on volunteers and you can't wait until they make their announcement. It's too late. Who do you get with 90 days to go? 70 days to go. People have made travel plans and July 4th and all that. So. But, a lot to do. We're doing it. And we're just hoping everything works out.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Just be positive, assuming it's going to work out, and have faith. Belief.
Yeah.
And
Paul and I have a plan B. And plan B is that only 2 competitors show up and I come in second. Right behind Walker. That would make me feel good. Yeah.
Would you mind announcing the dates again for our audience? What what's going on with the nationals and the world championships?
Yeah, if I remember right, because I don't have it in front of me, the Nats starts August 4th, which is probably a Sunday, but I'm not looking at the calendar right now. And that goes for 6 days.
Okay.
Then following that, well, actually, it starts on Friday and Saturday, if I remember the dates right, is the World Cup, which is, open to more people. It's a 2-day event. The best thing about the World Cup for administrators is it gets you a chance to play with your software, make sure everything is working before the World Championships show up. But we agreed that we would not participate in that because we have a week at the Nats. And to try to get people to fly a week at the Nats, 2 days at the Cup, and then 6 days at the World is asking an awful lot, particularly from the volunteers. And all the guys said, no, Mark, don't do it. Tell them we're not interested, which I did. So then there's a 2-day break, and the World start is at the 11th. It's a Sunday, I believe, is the start date. Monday is probably the opening ceremonies, and the finals and awards are Saturday. So it's absolutely 2 full weeks with the Nats and the Worlds. And I know some people are trying to choose because they can't afford that many days.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about the Worlds myself.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people are starting to do Airbnbs, because it's a lot cheaper than a hotel.
I'm thinking about that too. There's a couple guys out here in Escondido. We might go out together. I know myself, Stuart Mossman, possibly Joe Mata.
Yeah.
Maybe we might get another guy who might go. So we're thinking that way already.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great. So we're just moving ahead, and of course, if anything should change toward the dark side, we'll let everyone know as soon as we know. But I don't know what the magic number is for the number of pilots registered. It's probably in the 50. I'm guessing 50, 55 range, might be something like that. You need more because it takes a lot of money to run this. And, I don't have it in Pampa. So, by the way, I think if you stop running this forum for a while, you'll probably lose your vertigo.
Funny. Well, that's funny. That's funny. I wish
There
I
you go.
knew. I can't. I mean, it just happened all of a sudden, and I'm just hoping it's going to go away all of a sudden
I'm
too.
sure it will.
I just don't know, and it's just so frustrating because we've had some great weather. I mean, it's kind of cooler this time of year, and we have less wind this time of year. So I mean, it's some beautiful days. I mean, just comfortable high 60s degrees, low winds, overcast, just fantastic. What else could you ask for as far as
Just like West Virginia and Delaware, just beautiful days.
Yeah, just rub it in there. Rub it
Yeah,
in.
it's slightly cooler.
Yeah. Actually, when I talked to Paul the other day, I said, "What are you up to?" He said, "Well, it was much warmer than yesterday." I said, "What's your high today?" He said, 5. And that's without the wind chill.
yeah?
So
That's why I'm so frustrated. I got it.
No.
yeah.
But I wanted to finish up with Jim. I'm really interested in his progress with trimming out a new plane, his Lunar. And last thing you said, you was looking at line length. And where are you at right now? And where do you hope to end up with the line length?
Right. So before, how's my bandwidth? Is it better?
It's about the same, but I can understand you. And maybe someone else's computer will be better.
I could try it on my phone.
No, you're fine, Jim. We've had a lot worse. Trust me. Yeah, don't even worry about it.
So I'm glad Mark's here because my plan is to attend the Nats and the Worlds. I'd like to offer my assistance to a lackey at the Worlds. Mark.
Really?
Yeah, I have little experience running contests.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Jim, there are about 3 positions open right now. And one of them you'd be excellent. Well, you'd be excellent in all of them. A couple of them I think we could use someone with less skill than you. But there's a position open called circle manager. There are 2 of them. The circle manager is the person who makes sure that everyone's on time for their time slot at each circle. So we only run 2 circles. Okay. And the other thing that the circle manager does is time each flight. The judges don't do that. So if you were willing, and I was talking to Paul about it, we need somebody who has some innate ability to get people to do things, whether they want to or not. And you have the presence to do that. So if you would think about it, and if you don't want to do it, then I have a couple other much easier positions.
All right, I'm willing to do whatever as long as I can watch the flying. So,
okay,
the job you're just it sounds like boss / timer. So,
well, no, that's the easy part. It's making sure it has to run like a clock. People can't be late to the circle.
But part of it's their responsibility.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we can talk about it.
I can do it.
And we need a couple of tabulators. So if anyone is good with their fingers and be responsible to keep the scores accurately, that'd be great too. And volunteers do get paid. It's $700 for the week, which helps.
All right. So
okay,
I think I so that's my plan though, is 10.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
All right, Jim. So tell me about your plane. How much does your Lunar weigh? And what engine are you using?
It weighs 40.5 ounces.
Wow.
Got an
40 and a half?
41.5.
41 and a half.
It's got an Aero Tiger 36.
Very good.
I've been flying it. The CG came out, and I played a little nose weight this weekend, And I think I'm going to leave about a half ounce of nose weight in it. I've got the wings level, I've got the engine running boo, upright, and it's the same. Laptop, I've got it propped. I'm getting about 5.2, 5 lap time. That's my comfort zone. And it turns both directions. So now I'm working on really line tension. It's a little overhead, it's pretty good, and it's a little soft at 45. I mean, I can do a stunt pattern with it, and I think most people would call it good. I want more line tension at 5. I've been playing with offset. I've put in quite a bit. If you measure the differential at tips, it's a 1/4 inch differential to the outboard, which is quite a bit. And that was the reason adding nose weight, is to get a little more line tension. And you get a little bit with weight. And I've brought the outs. I brought them aft a little. That helped. There's probably to go a little bit more, but I don't think it's going to help. So now I'm down to, let's shorten the line. You know, that helps line in a big way. So I'm going to shorten the lines about 1 foot next outing. So that's kind of where I'm.
So what line length are you using right now, and how thick are the flying lines?
Right now, I'm flying spectral lines, and it's 59 feet on pilot. So that's what, 62, 63 center to center, something like that. I'm going to shorten it a little.
Very good. Very good. What prop are you using?
I'm using the Phelps prop.
What prop?
Phelps prop.
A Phelps prop. Okay. That's very good. Let me see here. I think he's getting the prop from me or something. He stepped away. Oh, let me make it big here. Let me get my mouse over here. 1 second. Okay. There we go.
So this is what's known as the Phelps prop. Jerry Phelps developed, and I think, or was Bill Welch, I think, was building them at one time. So this is the prop that tuned beautifully Aero Tiger 6. The motor has a lot of power, and these props have a cord, and very specifically a lot of undercamber. And undercamber experience has a ton of load to the motor. So these props are matched very well to the Aero Tiger 36. And I'd say 9 out of 10 airplanes you see Aero Tiger have these props. And so I've got 4 or 5 of them. And I don't play with the diameter, and I don't play with much else, but I play with the pitch. And right now I'm running 4.5 inches of pitch on the airplane. So here's one pitched to about 4.7.
All righty. And that's what diameter is that?
10.5 inch diameter. Let me see if I can show you the undercamber.
All righty. Let's see. Hopefully you can. Your bandwidth is low, but we can see. Hopefully we can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I see some space between there and that straight edge.
Well, that's how you tell undercamber. These have RSM prop a little bit undercamber, and that creates a lot of load on the motor. So anyhow, that's the running.
Well, thank you very much.
Particularly light.
So that prop, is that a wooden prop? Was it a composite prop? What kind of prop is it? The Phelps prop.
Carbon fiber.
Okay, carbon fiber. All right. Well, thank you very much, Jim. I appreciate it. I'm really interested in your progress as you make improvements with your plane. Bless you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So after Jim, I think it was Caffeine. Hey, Caffeine, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Doing well. Doing
Yeah,
well.
yeah, good, good. So, um, last weekend I did fly my Seaback. It had some problems on the engine, but I have got it sorted out. It turns out to be one of the screws on the bake plate is missing, so I replaced it, and then I also replace or change the the glow plug, because I was having this erratic RPM on the ground, like from 11,000 and then goes to 12,000 and then go back to 11,500, and then I tried to change it to Enya number 3 glow plugs, and suddenly the problem is solved. It's much easier to see what's the ground RPM, because the fluctuation is not that really significant. It's just a number like 50 15 50, just by 50 points, like 12 12 12,950 to 13,000, and then it's much more easier to tell what's the ground RPM. And it uh because before I switched the glow plug, it was um I needed like almost 20 laps to get the engine settled into 222 brakes. But after changing the glow plug, it will start like 222 from the very beginning of the flight. So yeah, hopefully it is the right fix. So I will try to flight some more. That's one thing. The other thing is I'm doing my, I've been assembling this P40, and yeah, I've got everything I needed now for the push rod connection to the control horn. Luckily I could find all the things I needed here in Indonesia. So there's yeah, I can finish it quicker, because no need to wait for the package to come.
Very good. Hey, I'm glad to hear that.
Mhm.
Might also want to look at the as far
Yeah,
as
and one more
go ahead.
and one more thing. I happen to have that Thunder Tiger 11 4.5 prop to try on my LA-46. So if it works, I will the other Thunder Tiger prop.
And the Thunder Tiger prop will be for the CBEC, for the P40,
Yep.
for their Vector.
For the no for the P40, for the P40.
And that's the LA-46
Because
or
yes, I've read a lot about good review about this Thunder Tiger 11 4.5 prop is a good match for the LA-46. So yeah, luckily I got one and I can test it at the beginning. If it works, I will get some more, because I think I have found I found some seller on eBay that still has it. So yeah.
oh, good. Good for
Mhm.
you. All right. Well, I think that's good. Good update. Let me get with Bob Whitley. How you doing, Bob?
Pretty darn good. We're in a heat wave now. We're only minus 21.
Oh,
Well, minus 6 Fahrenheit. So yeah. And it's supposed to get colder again and then warmer. So, been doing stuff inside. So I
Yeah.
cleaned a bunch in my shop and my airplane storage and rearranged my airplane racks. So I got some more up off the floor and took some dust off them. And by digging into airplanes and rearranging them, I found an engine I thought I'd lost. It was bolted to the nose of a plane. So that's always good.
Yeah. What engine was that?
Yeah, it's just one of my original Fox 35 shiny cases with a muffler.
All right.
But nothing exotic. But I'd lost track of it for the last year, so there it was on an airplane. But then I dug out my old Great Lakes and threw an engine in it just to hang on the wall, cleaning it up a bit. And I don't know if you can see it. That's
Let
it
me
there.
make it big here. 1 second. Oh wow, looks cool. Biplane. All right.
Yeah, that was one of my very first airplanes I ever made. And I'm going to switch the camera around here just a sec.
All right.
Yeah, it might be better.
Oh wow, nice.
So I think this was my third model airplane I ever built, maybe the fourth. And
You must
Had
have
a-
already been a pretty good woodworker. Because
I
that's not
built
an
a lot
easy
of plastic
project.
models and stuff, so had the patience. But I'm really glad I covered it with nylon because there's nothing wrong with the cover and it's still totally intact. And if I'd have used silk span, it'd have been disintegrated. Then I had a 36X in it, so I just threw one of those in because it fit. I had a worn out one just for display. But it's picked up a wing warp and this and that, and I had no intention of ever flying it again. It had been my mother's favorite airplane of all the models I built, and so I'm just going to put it up on the wall with cosmic wind and memory of my parents.
All right. Very cool.
Can you
Nice.
cover over those 4 letters with some paint or something in the middle of it?
Well,
Yeah, I was surprised to see that too.
That's in the days when they were decent. In fact, I should
Okay.
have a J at the end of my number.
There you go.
So we'll be
That's the-
forgiving on that, Len.
Okay. Fair enough.
Very good. Let me ask Tryon, what you been up to, Tryon? Been a long time since I've seen you.
Oh, not much. I was gone with work in Europe.
Wow.
Visited a buddy of mine over there. Actually, 2 of them. That's it's about it. Came back and started work again. I just dragged my stuff out of the garage because it's too cold to work in there. So kind of changed camps, and now I'm working here. Starting to repolish my molds. I'm going to go back to the PVA and wax method and stay there with it. Just because I know that works all the time. Yeah. So that's all.
Very good. All right. Well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And let me go to Ed Waski. Hey, Ed, how you doing?
Doing great, Manette. Wanted to share something and talk with Bob and Phil. So,
Hang on, let me fix that. I didn't have it set up. It's set up now. Go ahead. You can share.
let's see here. Opens. Uh-oh. Maybe it's given. No. Houston, we have a problem. Let's see here. I opened a message.
All right.
Let me open the drawing. It's a JPEG.
All right.
And I don't see share.
Then go down to the bottom of the screen there. In the middle should be a green share button.
Oh, I got to go back to you guys. Duh. Bear with me.
No problem.
There we go. Then I have to pick it again, don't I?
Yes. I'll be going to you next, Lynn.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That was
that's
good.
cool.
Ew.
Okay. That is the Umlin Seafire. And I was wrong. It shows IC and it shows electric. And that. But I started thinking, and Walter about 6 months ago was on Stunt Hangar Hangout, and he said he wasn't doing anything, but he was talking about possibly selling plans. And so the last message I tried to send to him did not go through. And so I'd kind of wonder if anybody here still has a different email message for him to ask him if it's okay, and I'd rather have him make a little bit of money off of selling some plans before I just go out and copy.
Absolutely. I'm not in any hurry for them. It'll
Me
be
either.
probably a year before I even think about building it.
The one thing I would love to get you to do, if you would, is when you send them, also send a tracing of the ribs. Because that being an elliptical wing, it's not an easy one. You don't just
Well, let me show you.
those out.
Let's see here. I got the wing rib also, the wing plan also. Stop share. Okay, and then I got to do it again.
That is a beautiful design, though.
Bear with me.
Some quality stuff now. I'm telling you, he did some pretty stuff.
I got to find the message again for some reason. Okay.
That plane looks very suited for electric because the wing is rather thin.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably even thin it out more towards the wingtips, but
Oh, it does. It does.
Oh, you know what? I didn't. Well, you can see it very, very, very top.
Yeah.
The rib.
Oh, it's got
A couple of the ribs.
Cool. Yeah, it's got some of them on it. Okay. That ought to work. That ought to work.
And that. So, like I said, if anybody has information, I can imagine we could go to Walter and say, "Are you interested in selling X amount of sets of plans?"
Yeah.
And if he says no, don't worry about it. Then, I take it to the copying shop and stuff.
Yeah, or if Walter just wants, instead of doing plans, if he just wants to sell an electronic version of PDF, then we could just have it printed. That'd be the easiest.
Right too.
Yeah, that'd be the easiest thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's got a digital anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I just thought I would show you that. And there was one more item I had, and that was for you Spitfire fans. There's a guy in Canada named Paul Monforton. Oh shoot. Let me get out my email. Bear with me a second. And his name is, because he sells digital drawings.
What did you get in for?
Okay, it's MONFORTON Press is basically his company. Has anybody heard of that? Bob, have you heard of that one?
Nope, never.
This guy spent years tracing the Spitfire to basically drawings that are amazing. And he sells a book or he sells the e-files and stuff. So you can go on the internet and look at that name.
Hey, what was that again?
MONFORTON and then press. And basically, though, if you type in Spitfire Mark 16 blueprints, you'll see his company pop up.
Okay.
So being a Spitfire lover also, that was one of the reasons why I was working at the fighter collection in England, because I was going to help them rebuild a Spit, but Pratt & Whitney decided to offer me a job that I couldn't refuse.
Now, along those lines too, I have the plans and the fuselage plugs and the canopy plug, the spinner, all that in hand already to go ahead with and I've got the wood set aside to do the Mark Freeman Mark 16 Spitfire from 1974, I think it was. Beautiful airplane, very much along the Al Raby concept.
Yeah, I've seen those plans in
they were American
UK
Aircraft way back when.
Yeah.
And they're also available on Hip Pocket Aeronautics out of Canada.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
It was a stunningly gorgeous airplane, and it was one of the early victims of those bad to use Dubro quick links.
Was it August of 73?
That looks like it.
Make it big here.
Yeah, let me pull out the book stuff. I looked at this too a while back.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Very
It looks
nice.
like it.
Initially, I'd drafted out back then a 35 size downsized version of it, but now that I've got all the engines and everything, and it's I probably won't build it. When I looked at it though, after when I got back into modeling and was going through everything, I did a damn good job at drafting those plans out. It'll probably make a pretty decent airplane.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them out there.
I've got Wendy's plans to it, and it's a beautiful airplane, but I've also got Wendy's canopy for it, and my canopy is so milked up it's unusable. I don't know what happened to it, but
that Spitfire plan is big from Wendy. I have it too.
it is big.
That is a big plane.
Well, it's just a reshaped pattern master.
It's a big plane.
Well,
Yeah.
my
I
I got
really-
plans
Winnipeg.
that are even bigger than what you got. I got the from Joe Adamusko for the 91. It's huge.
Wow.
It's the one I want.
Is that the Spitfire Sparky?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
For a
I don't know where they
91
are.
four-stroke?
I'm looking for that plan.
I'll send them to you when I find them, but I don't know where they are right now.
Yeah,
That is
Kevin
awesome.
King
Big.
has a gorgeous one too. It won the Pilot's Choice here, our best show for our contest 3 years ago. It's stunning, the workmanship that Kevin does.
Yeah.
Let me go to
What was
Lynn.
have
one
the
plane
original-
he did, but he does a good job.
Go ahead, Lynn.
I have the original vellums for the 96 Spitfire and the 97 Seafire. Windy gave those to me, and he said I could do whatever I want with them. So if anybody ever does need plans, I have plans for both. But I do not have any plans for the 90 Spitfire that Sparky's talking of.
Yeah, it was designed by Joe Adamusko. He sent them to me.
Yeah.
It's
That's right.
huge.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, it's
It's a
unbelievably huge.
monster. Oh yeah, it's a monster airplane.
He said,
it's
"You ought to
big."
build that." Shit, it's bigger than I am. I ain't doing that.
I'd love to build it.
That's the problem with a lot of the planes from that era. They're so darn big. Everybody was trying to build bigger and bigger and bigger. But unless you've got stout shoulders, I don't suggest it. I flew one of the big airplanes from one of the big guys, and I landed the plane and thought my arm had stretched 4 inches. They're hard to fly.
Not to mention
Bring
a
'em
big
on.
to haul them in.
Yeah, you need. Well, I had a big truck at the time.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's the trick to it.
So, Lynn, you've been doing any flying? I've been watching you on the Winnipeg YouTube channel.
Me?
Yeah, I saw you at I have the I've been going to the
Yeah,
Winnipeg.
that was our team trials.
Yeah, I was just watching it. It's good. It's good. Good videos.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you look at it,
I'm sorry.
if you watch it,
Phil?
you'd almost think he knows how to fly. He can get through a pattern. No, seriously, I've
Right,
judged him.
thanks,
He
Phil.
can fly very
Thanks, Phil.
well. He can fly very well. He's a little crazy, but he flies very well.
You've been
Thank
building.
you.
You've been getting in Naomi's way, or you guys?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure
I've been
of that.
getting in. I got Naomi's way all afternoon today. We put a bell crank in her airplane. We put lead outs in. We got the tip weight box all in. She's just rocking on this new twisterette. She's going
Twisterette.
Oh,
crazy.
cool.
So she
Cool.
So
That's neat.
she dragged me down to the basement for the whole afternoon today and said we're building. Okay.
Very good. Oh man, I think that is so cool.
Terrible wife to
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, we had a great afternoon. It was fun.
Liam,
Lots of
darn
building
you,
done.
making the rest of us so jealous.
Yeah, the only problem is I'm not getting any of my stuff built, but that's okay.
Well, I
I'm having
understand that
fun.
problem. Yeah. Yeah.
Naomi's
That's
yelling
neat.
priorities, priorities.
That's
We're
right.
having a good time.
Tell him, Naomi. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, Len, I don't know if I mentioned to you, but after the team trials, I was talking with Chris Cox. He was really impressed with your flying, how you've come along.
Well, I heard that. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm flying okay. Apparently I still need to garner a couple more positions yet. I'm just a little off the mark. That's okay. We'll keep working at it.
Well, you're in a tough neighborhood, anyways. At the team trial, there's some good flyers there.
Oh yeah, I mean Constantine's pretty amazing, and so is Chris Cox, and Bruce Perry's no slouch either. And I mean he's made top 15 in the world. I mean I'm in tough competition here. It's
I
a little
mean
tough.
that.
And
Monty's
Monty's a really good flyer as well.
Oh,
Yeah, these guys
yeah.
know how to fly.
Nothing
Yeah.
like flying with a shark on the deep end of the pool with the sharks, huh?
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
exactly
swimming
it.
them.
I'm flying in the deep end of the pool, and there's a lot of sharks. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. It was a great contest. We had a good time. It was awesome. And it was great to meet all the people that I've never met before. So that was really neat.
Very cool. And the next was Gary Sinclair. Hey Gary, how's the any hiccups or anything going on with the calendars? You need any information? Everything's all done?
I think everything's done.
All right, great. I think Wayne
Well,
Mice, he sent me a thank you notice. I think he wants to say thank you very much.
Okay.
So that was good.
Yeah, as far as I know, I haven't heard anything. If
All
I
right,
do,
cool.
I can send another one to him.
All right, very cool. And then Sparky. Hey Sparky, what you been up to?
Yeah, just helping Steve and working on my stuff.
You sound better. You feeling better?
Oh yeah. I just
Great.
dug out my pilot for this airplane. Now, this is a helmet Dan Winship made for me. I just put the piece of tape on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But if I glue the helmet in there, he wouldn't have any face in there. So I got to looking, and that helmet fits this size guy. So instead of duplicating, this weighs, let's see what it weighs. I got a way around this. I just dreamt this up tonight. This little pilot head weighs 6 grams, and the helmet weighs 4 grams. So that'd be 10 grams. We ain't going for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cutoff wheel and cut his face off and glue him inside there and open up that hole.
Oh, cool idea.
Yeah.
Then I'll paint my name on the bottom, like a Bell helmet, my name on the bottom and then some flames or whatever. And I'm going to add them to this airplane.
Good idea.
You know, it's hard to have something nice when you got people with that much talent you got to compete against.
Very cool.
Then today last night I built this.
Make it big again. Hang on one second. Hang on one second. Let's see here. There we go.
This weighs 1.1 ounce.
Wow.
Or about 29 grams.
Is that the flat plane tail you were talking about?
Yeah, this is a flat plane stab. Then I built these. I just finished one up tonight, this one here.
Nice.
And that's built up as well. So right now this whole thing weighs about 2.1 ounces.
Wow.
And add the horn and hinges, it'll be under 2.5 ounces when it's done. Not quite as good as the Simply Blues tailplane. It was 2.1 finished, but I decided that I would go with a sheeted wing instead of the open bays because it's just too hard to finish. So I'm gonna do the flaps the same way, and I ended up getting some real good wood from Bob Jerunkel.
Very cool. Yeah, he's all out at 1/16 inch balsa wood, unfortunately. I communicated with him. He said he has no more 1/16.
I bought 40 sheets.
Very good.
There went all
Sparky?
the good wood.
Sparky, if you make your planes any lighter, you're gonna have to have hold downs in your shop.
That's about the truth.
I would like to hit the 48 or 49 ounce mark with one of these, like I did
Wow,
one
that's
year.
awesome.
Careful turning the fan on.
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
they fly real good at that weight.
I
But
bet.
they do, especially with a Tiger 60. Gracious.
Well, the one that I had at Windy was sitting in the pagoda, in the little shelter there on the floor. I can't remember what number it was, but it weighed 49 ounces, had a PA 65 on a pipe. 49 ounces.
Wow.
How did it fly? Or did it fly, or is it the one that collapsed?
No, it flew.
Wow.
I never had one collapse. I've never had one.
Okay.
I've never had an airplane fold up. I crashed one. I crashed one in Huntersville, but
Yeah, I saw that. Made me sick. You've had bad luck at Huntersville. Got a hole punched in the wing one time. Crashed one in Huntersville.
yeah,
Huh.
that one with the hole in it, I'm still flying though. I'm gonna
Well, I
restart.
know. But see, that's the difference, Sparky. You can fix one and it looks as good as it did before. Most of us, I can build a pretty airplane, but once it gets damaged, trying to bring it back is tough. I have not learned how to do that yet.
Well, if you use urethane, you won't be able to do that. But if you use dope, you can do that. It's real.
I don't use anything but dope anymore. Automotive clear, but that's about it. Automotive paint's just too heavy. What I'm trying to learn to do, and I haven't been doing any real building lately, but I've been doing a lot of testing with paints. If you remember back in the 70s and 80s, Bill Werwich was coming out with some fantastic airplanes. Of course, everything Bill Werwich has ever built has been a fantastic airplane. But just the same, I asked him at the Worlds how he got some of those colors. And he told me that he puts toners in his dope.
Yeah, I just did that with that airplane.
Well, how do you do that? Where do you get the toners?
I go to Sherman-Williams. Matter of fact, one of the guys messaged me on Stunt Hangar and said, "What's the formula for the magenta paint that I got?" And I gave him the formula. I went to Sherman-Williams and I said, not Sherman-Williams, the house paint company, Sherman-Williams, the car paint people. And I said, I need some toner. And all the pigment works in any medium. So I said, I'm going to make a quart. Give me enough pigment to make a quart of dope. And that's what I did.
Out of what? Clear or white?
Yeah, clear. Clear is
Well,
the
I got to find a Sherwin-Williams dealer, and we got a house paint dealer, but
Now-
I don't know a Sherwin-Williams car paint dealer.
Now, don't use the 97, I think it's 93 or 9700 clear because it's tinted yellow. Use the A number clear, the non-tauntning clear,
Yeah.
that's crystal clear. And that way there's
Yeah.
no tint in the paint.
Yeah.
And that's what you use as the binder, that
Okay.
color.
Okay. I may have to call you and write that down, but because I got a good memory, but it's real short.
Just get to
Seems like
get to the paint store and I'll explain to them what you want.
Well, I got to find one that sells car paint. If Sherwin-Williams sells car paint, but I'll look that up tomorrow.
I would imagine Ditzler or Sickens or any of the, PPG, anybody that'll work with you and say, hey, I just want to buy toner. And don't think it's cheap because it ain't. It was $50 for about that much in the bottom of.
I used to buy from Wendy for yellow, my Jameson Special, that yellow on the Jameson Special. I don't know how I'll ever patch it if I ever get a hole in it, but it's the toner that Wendy sold in yellow, and it was only the can. It was only a little short can, and there was only just barely anything in the bottom of the can. And you poured thinner in it, closed it back up, and shook it for a while. And I thought, surely to goodness, this thing is stirred up. Opened it back up, and there was still solid in the bottom. So shook it some more, and finally realized I had to pour that out, pour some more clear thinner in, and start over and get it. But boy, when I got that stuff all in the yellow paint, I mean, it covered in one coat, and it's pretty.
Well, if you ever want to fix that, you take that airplane to the paint store and say, please shoot a profit on it. And they got an electronic machine they set on top of it, and it shoots a laser beam into the paint and then back up, and it reads the code. It'll tell you what color it is, and they can mix you the paint because it spits out a thing for them to mix it.
Cool.
That's how they match your car paint.
Very cool. Yeah. I knew that's how they did car. I just didn't know they'd do it for something like that. Cool deal. But
Go ahead,
that's,
Jim.
Well, I've been down that at the car paint store, and you got to bring them a pretty good size piece. You know, they like 3 inches by 3 inches.
I just
And
take
that
them the airplane.
I did too, but what I wanted to match was not a large area. It was very difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hart was saying bring some money too.
Yeah. That's when you get out their color chips. They got a big book of chips, and they got holes in it. In each chip has got a hole in it. So you go, well, that looks close, and you take that chip out and you set it on the paint you're trying to match, and it'll disappear. That hole will disappear if it's the right color.
Makes
Wow.
sense to me.
That's cool. That's a
That's
cool
nice.
idea.
It's
Makes
neat.
sense
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, that whole trick. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Hey,
Works.
Sparky, can you write down everything you know?
No.
I would buy it. I would buy
Yeah.
it.
He needs to write a book. No joke.
But Sparky,
Talk
it's
to
very
Lynn Paul. He'll
expensive.
help you.
It's
I want a copy
pricey,
too.
and you got to buy enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Phil,
I'm gonna do that.
you was next. I know you've been talking already, but have you been doing any building or anything? I know the weather is. Speaking of weather, we have a friend in Florida, Paul Taylor. He says, "Hey guys, light scent. Hope y'all are snowed in."
We are
Nice.
1
What a guy.
degree.
We had flurries today.
We're getting snow now. Yeah.
Thank you, Paul.
Yep.
I'm not snowed in. I'm in California. And then Dennis Adamison, he's a member of our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for your support, Dennis. And he provides us with a like. And if you can, please give us a super chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And when you subscribe, hit the notification bell and select all so that you'll be notified when Sparky or I come on. And super chats are welcome. Please support us with some super chats.
Charles needs some wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know since I got the vertigo, I'm doing more building, more stuff. Absolutely. So
I can
after,
just see.
Thought this was
I can-
supposed to be a child-friendly show. What are you talking about that, Sparky?
I can
Yeah.
just see Sparky out on the corner with holding a sign that says, "We'll work for good balsa."
so after Phil, we have Howard Rush. Hey Howard, thanks for coming in.
Right there,
Yeah, the heat's coming out of here.
right there next to.
He's taken off somewhere.
What did you think of this?
No, I hadn't been doing anything but playing with paint colors, trying to get this thing, trying to get the colors I want for the new plane.
Come on.
I can't actually paint yet, but when I can, I want to be ready.
All right. Hey Howard, how you doing, Howard?
I'm doing okay.
There he is.
What you been up
Nothing
to?
to report.
Nothing to report?
Nothing to report.
Nothing to
Yeah.
report. All right. Well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. And then we have Bill Boner came in. Hey Bill, how you doing? Long time since you've been in.
Yeah, hi, Charles. It's great to be in. I watch every show, but haven't been in too much. But with all your Spitfire talk tonight, I thought I had to join in. I've been I guess a couple of years ago, I tracked down Walter Unwin also and got the plans. I was a real fan for the early Sterling kit, which I ended up buying I bought about 3 of them, I think. I got one being built, and then when I found his plans, I got those, and he's also got the nice Ringmaster plan. But anyway, I just know that at the time he was very adamant about not sending electronic versions. Because when I purchased them, I just said, well, can you just send me the file? But he wouldn't, at that time, he wasn't too keen on doing that. So he just sent me hard copy rolled up plans. But, they're beautiful, beautiful plans for sure. And so that's, one on the list. Definitely better build than the Sterling kit. But, and of course, also a Spitfire, kind of a Spitfire nut. I've got the Windy Spitfire wing built, and I got a couple of canopies, and I know. Hey, Len, I know.
How you doing, Bill?
Good,
Good to
good.
see
I
ya.
know. Len and I have talked before about him getting one of the canopies to either make a mold or, I may only ever build one airplane. But
If y'all ever make a mold, I want a canopy.
Yeah.
I have a canopy you can make a mold from, but I want a canopy back.
Yeah, I heard you say there, Philip, that you had one that kind of went foggy on you or something.
Yeah, it came when I unpacked it, it was foggy.
Oh.
And when I called Wendy, he said if you'll should be able to put clear paint on it and it disappeared, but I don't think so. I've had them do this before and they never clear up.
Have you tried polish on it, Phil?
No, I haven't. I haven't touched it yet, but I'm going to one of these days. Mine is still in tissue. It don't even have any. There's no fingerprints on it. I uncovered it, saw the milk, and said, "Oh crap," and just put it back on the shelf because I've had them do that before, and I've never been able to get one to come clean. I put one on the plane and shot clear over it, and I guess the film's on the inside because it didn't come out, but it sure looks like it's in the plastic.
Yeah.
But the one for the Seafire is perfect. So I'm gonna build a Seafire one of these days. I'm gonna finish Seafire one of these days.
Yeah, I was quite fortunate. Years ago, we had an aircraft operating out of Newark, and I actually a couple of times I went over to Windy's place, and that's the time I bought the plans from him and got some canopies and Super Tiger tongue muffler. And what a great guy! He just invited you in, and we sat and had a cup of tea. And oh yeah, it was really it was a great afternoon.
And he's a great guy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Wish he'd come back.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's about what just hoping
son might be interested, and then he might come back.
We need to work on his grandson then.
Yeah.
Let me ask Howard. Howard, I remember what you were supposed to send me. You there?
Kevlar?
No, the file for the file that you used to laser those hinges with.
I sent that, didn't I?
No.
Well. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I sent that a couple days ago. I told somebody I'd give them some Kevlar yarn, and I forgot who I was going to send that to.
No, I didn't get that file. It's sparkyfl@charter.net.
Let me look. Go ahead and talk among yourselves, and I'll see.
All right, thank you, Howard. I have a comment from Brent Williams. Says, "Howdy, eh?"
Not yo.
No, eh, EH. I think he's hanging around with Canadians or something.
Eh?
Except we don't say it very often unless you're from down east. Out west, hardly anyone says it.
Yeah. And hey, Brent, have you been in touch with Gordon? Gordon hasn't been in the last couple of shows. Let me know if Gordon's okay, if you've talked to him recently.
John Miller is. I talked to him Thursday night. I thought he was going to be on Friday, and then I didn't see him.
John Miller was here for a minute, and he disappeared. I saw him about 10, 15 minutes ago. He might be having internet problems.
I'll call him right quick and find out.
And then we have Steven here. I'm not sure which Steven this is.
I don't have like him camera here.
And we're looking at a desk.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Good to see you, Stephen.
There we go. Hello.
So what you been up to, Stephen?
The desk was better.
Yeah, I think so. I agree.
What you been up to, Stephen?
Not much to write about. Been working pretty good. Work up pretty busy. Other than that, started redoing a legacy. That's an older airplane I had from quite a while ago. I started to take that apart and do some changes with it. And I want to see how that flies again. That's about 20 years old, that airplane.
I don't remember seeing that in the garage. I don't remember that one.
No, that's because it wasn't one I was flying for a while, so I had it up in I had it up in the house. I had it hanging up in the house because it wasn't one I was using or flying, and planes were quite old. So I looked at it and said, I got another airplane here. I haven't flown this in a while, and it flew good years ago. I want to see how it flies again, so I started working on it. I wanted to change the motor on it, change the tank, and put a bigger size motor in a bigger size tank, and also change a little bit on the control system. Get more control out of it. So that's why I cut it open and started working on it.
All right, cool. Well, I got a response from Brent. He said Gordy's been working on his Pathfinder profile. Color and trim colors are on. Very good. Good to hear about Gordy.
Stephen, are we going to see you in February?
I'm sorry.
Are we going to see you at the Southwest Regional in Tucson in February?
Unfortunately, my conference calendar got a little bit tied up this year. I'm not going to make the Southwest Regionals or VSC because that funds are going to my wedding.
Wow.
I got to pay for a wedding this year, so everything's kind of tied up into there.
Why don't you just combine them?
Yeah, like I got her out in the center of the circle once. To try to do that trick again, I don't think I'm going to get away with it, especially with her wearing a dress. Nah. If I get her to wear the wedding dress, walk 60 feet out to the center of the circle, yeah, sure. I wanted to go, and I did have plans and wanted to go to Southwest Regionals, and I did want to go to VSC, but I have to figure out my funds and where they are prioritizing. The new coming wife says we got to take care of that, and we got a wedding. She says either the contest or the wedding, so the wedding comes first, and after that, then she says, then you can go to all the contests you want. So I'll be making
way around.
Did you get that in writing?
I'm gonna
Probably not.
Well, she likes to go because she already told me, yeah, we're gonna go back in August again. We're gonna go to Whittier. She likes going out to there, and we may even make it out to Golden State as well and so forth. But then she says next year, yeah, we can definitely go out to Southwest Regionals and definitely go out to VSC. So she has that. She knows that that's part of the plans.
Well, all right, we'll save a slot.
Yeah. It's disappointing. I like to go. I want to go. I'm trying to figure out how I can squeeze it in yet, and maybe try to work my wheels and make it happen. But I'm gonna try. I don't think I'm gonna have much luck.
Bachelor's party.
Well, Charles, I'm going to be shutting down here pretty quick.
All righty.
Is there any chance you could image from my phone would show up on? I think the guys would get a giggle out of it if you can make it big, and I'll try and get it in the picture.
All right, let me see here.
Wherever, I don't know. Okay. There we are.
Yeah, I saw that one. That's funny.
Does that come through?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? What is it?
What am I looking at?
You're looking
Looks
at
like
the
a-
lines being wrapped in duct tape to fix the door problem.
Oh,
Ouch.
Duct tape on the cart there, on the mule.
Oh,
Jeez.
oh.
buddy, very good.
Airbus must have come out with that one.
Yeah. That is more reminiscent of a Canadian thing. If anyone ever saw the Red Green Show, it was famous for unlimited use of duct tape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys have a good night, and hopefully see you Friday night.
All right, thank you, Bob. Take
Okay.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Take it easy,
Cheers.
Bob.
Wow.
very cool. So we're all caught up.
Jim,
Howard?
I don't think I'm going to be going to the Southwest Regional, so I'll send you that that motor. And
Okay.
and you can wait to give me the other one until you see me, probably.
I'll send it. I'll send it this week.
Okay. And Robert, I sent that to Sparky FL at charter.net Friday, and I resent it just now.
Okay, let me look.
You said charter.net?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I do not have it. Let's see here. Up to date. Oh, wait a minute. Here we are. You? Yeah. Okay. File Kevlar, whatever that is.
Well, there's file comma Kevlar, because I was thinking maybe you wanted the Kevlar too. I don't know who
Okay.
wanted. Maybe it was Steve.
All right. Well, I got it now anyway.
You don't have the Kevlar though, but you don't want it.
Well, both say Sparky Hinge DXF, and the other one says Sparky Hinge DXF. There's two of them that are DXF.
Yeah, you got two of them. Yeah, you can cut twice as many now.
Right. All right. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Howard, before. So, are you going to motor with a little nuts and bolts, crossbar, the whole package?
Yeah. I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that, and I'll send the same.
Okay. Except, well, I don't know whether I need that or not. Probably not. Yeah. Never mind. I'll send you the package, and yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Thank you.
Good night.
I'm not going anywhere. I hope you aren't.
Oh.
So Howard, last time we talked about doing a show and tell on geometry.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
Okay. All right.
Do that one of these days.
I just got a note from Elliot Scott saying, grab some light balsa, a 16th inch 4x36, 13 to 14 grams, 455 a sheet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's this from?
Bob's your uncle, Scott Elliott.
Elliot. Yeah, I got that
Okay.
email. I got that email from you.
Yeah, I got that email too.
You know, I hadn't even checked my email today. Let me see. Hopefully I got that email or.
Yeah. Sent one today.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah. I got the email.
70 to 75 grams. That's 20 grams heavier than the sheets that he sent me for.
Very cool. Well, that's good. At least I'm included.
Jim, really quick, Jim Huffman, where does the legacy fall into place? Is that just for Pamper? Does that fall into nostalgia?
I can't tell you about nostalgia 30 because I'll fly that. It's definitely not classic.
Okay. Yeah, that I knew. It's not classic. I don't think it falls in the 70s. Or whatever. I just didn't know if it fell into nostalgia or it's just a Pamper.
Well, you'd have to look and see it's 30 years old.
Okay. 24, 14, 4. So it would be have to be 94 earlier to be nostalgia legal. I don't think it was around in 94, but I could be wrong.
The planes,
So, Steven, I don't know where Nostalgia 30 flown on the West Coast.
okay.
What do you guys think
I-
about having a contest where you have both Super 70s and Nostalgia 30 being judged at the same time?
How do
We've
you
never
want-
considered it.
How do you, wait, well, explain, what do you mean by that? How are you trying to format that? Nostalgia 30 and Super 70s at the same time?
Well, I mean, like out here in the West Coast, I hardly ever see Nostalgia 30.
Mhm.
I've seen Super 70s at
Right.
Las Vegas. You had like 3 or 4 entries or 3 entries that actually flew.
They
And
have it, they have it at VSC. Um,
And then
couple
at
of places have it.
isn't there Super 70s at the Southwestern Regionals?
No.
Okay.
No, that's just
So we fly
classic in Tampa.
SC, fly classic and South and 70s. Most of the other contests on the West Coast fly just classic. I can't think of a contest that on the West Coast that flies Nostalgia 30. Frankly, my impact qualifies for Nostalgia 30. So I'm not
It
sure.
does.
So I quite I wouldn't really interested in that event.
Nobody was when I tried doing that. I ran the Super 70s at my event, and then the following year I tried and I ran Nostalgia 30 to it, and it really didn't take off. It didn't make any difference out here, and people were more interested in it on the Super 70s. And I even presented it to you, Jim Hoffman, at your contest at VSC, and I asked everybody what did they want to fly, and the hand vote was unanimous at Super 70s.
So would it be unfair to have a Super 70s plane compete against a Nostalgia 30 plane?
No.
Yeah.
No, Super 70s plane can keep competing against a Nostalgia 30 airplane. That's fine. I mean, it's the same like taking a Super 70s airplane that's that area. You can fly it in Pampa.
How we do it here in St. Louis is Nostalgia 30 and the 70 Super 70s. We all fly together, and at the end of the contest, they sort it out. And the score is whoever got the highest score in Super 70s is first. Whoever got the highest score in Nostalgia 30s is first. And they all fly together. Ain't no big deal.
So that works.
That
If you can do that, that works.
Yeah, that works.
I think that's what I did at Brodax in 2016. I flew John Wright's plane. I think I got 3rd place in advance in Nostalgia 30 at Brodax. And I think we flew together the Super 70s and the Nostalgia 30.
Well, Jim does that at VSC. He puts well, no, he used to put it together with the classic and Super 70s, but now you do them separate. You do Super 70s now on a separate day.
We
think about it though. If you're go ahead.
We did it one time where we flew them together, 70s and classic, and we allowed people to fly both events. So there were several people that were flying 2 airplanes at the same event, actually, which was pretty tricky. So we got from that and we fly them separately.
Yeah, you were. I remember you doing that. I flew in it that way, where you flew two airplanes on the same day and working together. Then
you had a head of hair
right,
before we did
that. Last year you did it. This past year, 23, you did it where 70s was flown independently on its own on a separate day, which I think worked out more effectively and nicer.
Yeah, that's the goal plan as well.
Yeah, that worked more effectively and more and nicer, and people I think appreciated it and liked it more that way.
Yeah,
you go ahead, Lynn.
A lot of people seem to think that they should just eliminate Nostalgia 30. Reason being is that most of the designs now that are eligible for Nostalgia 30 are still competitive in Pampa today, like an Impact or, those airplanes are very competitive airplanes. So they're saying, well, like, really, what's the sense? All you're really doing is just running another Pampa class and calling it Nostalgia 30. So really, I mean, I've done well in Nostalgia 30 over the years, but I'm just saying it probably isn't a necessary event anymore because basically you have modern day airplanes fly. It's just another round of modern day airplanes.
Well, I hope they don't do that because my Viper just now became Nostalgia 30 legal.
Really? Okay. Well, and I understand that. I mean, I get that. So,
But
it
it's
just
competitive
depends
in
on what
Pampa,
people want to do. I mean,
anyway.
I like Nostalgia 30. It's what we always fly here. But I'm just saying, some people are saying that.
Right. I've heard the same.
Go ahead, Sparky. Sorry.
I've heard the same about that. People making the same comment that I could fly my Impact, I could fly, and I could fly my regular Pampa airplane, and it's like a practice flight flying in Super 70s. I could fly for my Pampa event, one and working with that. So it's like two Pampa events together.
Sorry, Sparky, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Nah, that's all right. I just hope that they don't do away with N30 because, like I say, my Viper is just now N30 legal, but it is competitive in Pampa,
Yeah,
for sure.
It was way ahead of its time.
It depends on where I guess is your location, where your location is, that you get the attendance for that type of event to put the effort and work in also to run that event.
The Nats has N30 and Classic.
For sure. For sure.
They have the attendance to get that, to make it.
Rodak has N30 and Classic.
Rodak has N30. Yep, for sure.
We have it here in St. Louis, N30 and Classic.
So
And that's what we fly here too.
When you run the events, Sparky, it sounds like they mingle the airplanes in those events.
Yes, they fly Classic and N30 together, and they just like it was one big contest. And at the end of the contest, they say, "Well, you're an N30 plane, you're a Classic airplane." They sort them out, and the guy with the highest score wins each section.
Exactly. That's right.
Could you enter the events, two different airplanes?
You could.
Okay. We did that one time. It worked, but it was painful, confusing.
What makes it painful is if you're judging and flying at the same time.
It's a lot of hustle.
Yeah.
We
gotta stop. I gotta fly.
Yeah.
Good. But there's so few of us, we all have to kind of swap back and forth. It was really surprising at Denisat emissions contest we went to last year, how well it ran when they only had 2 club members. And they had a lot of people there, but we all pitched in and we, judged and tabulated and all that. It ran well.
If I can get in the middle with this here, and this is a good thing Jim can probably help me out with as well, because I had it on Super 70s where I'm running it, was we had it set up if you flew Super 70s with that airplane, you couldn't fly it in Classic or vice versa. If you flew it in Classic, you couldn't fly it in Super 70s. Now, like Len mentioned as well, that a Nostalgia 30 airplane is also the same as a regular Pampa airplane. So you're going to make the same type of rule. If it's a Nostalgia 30 airplane, you can only fly it in Nostalgia 30 and not Pampa, or are you going to be able to fly in Nostalgia 30 and Pampa?
No, because there's a lot of guys like I was thinking, now I got my Viper N30 legal. I'll fly that at the Nats in N30, and I'll fly open and then the Viper.
Yeah, right, exactly right.
That, it's double barrel. That way you're not sitting around bringing your airplane. You go for 10 days, let's say, or 5 or whatever, how many days, and you get 4 flights. So why not have 6 or 8 flights?
Yeah, because I fly my Stiletto. I fly that in Super 70s, and then I also fly that in Pampa. So that's what I
Right.
was saying. So
Same
you're gonna make the
thing.
rule, you're gonna make the same. You're gonna make the same rule then for N30 and Pampa and as well, or N30 and Classic. Well, I think my question was,
not
what else are you
involved.
gonna be able
I'm
to
not
do?
involved. I'm not
Yeah.
involved in any contest that runs N30.
Well,
Yeah.
N30 is not the same as
You're gonna be allowed
Classic.
to run
It's
that
just an
Nostalgia
airplane.
30 and Classic. You're gonna be able to fly Nostalgia 30 and Classic with the same airplane. I think is more my question.
Oh, you mean like if you had
An N30 airplane isn't a classic.
Yeah, you can't.
That's right.
The
You
rules.
can't.
Beyond.
An N30 airplane's an N30 airplane. None of those
That's right.
airplanes are
Airplane's not a
classic
classic.
legal.
All these airplanes have date limits, and date limits don't overlap.
Okay. Okay.
But you could fly a Ringmaster and Open if you wanted, and then you could fly an old time N30 and
Right.
Open.
No, you could do a Joe Gilbert and fly a Ringmaster in every single event and beat everybody.
That's right.
He did it. Well, he took a beat on everybody one year in VSC with a Ringmaster. He beat everybody up. That was an interesting, fun event that year. Watching that.
Can I tell you guys, Commissioner, can I tell him a quick joke, even though it's not aviation?
Go ahead.
All right.
You're funny.
This guy is driving in his convertible on a country road. Some of you may have heard this. And he's doing about 45, 50, and he kind of hears this strange noise, and he looks out, and right next to him is this chicken running at the same speed. So the guy goes up to 60 miles an hour, and the chicken starts doing 60. And he goes 65, and the chicken starts doing 65. And then finally he realizes that this chicken has 3 legs. So he lets the chicken get ahead, and the chicken gets ahead, and he finally beelines into a farm. So the guy stops his car, he goes to the farmer, and he said, "There's a 3-legged chicken." And the farmer says, "Yeah, I raised them." He said, "You raised 3-legged chickens?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "How come?" I said, "Well, my daughter, my wife, and I all like a drumstick. So we figured this is the best way we could do it." So the farmer says, "Wow." He says, "Well, how does it taste?" And the farmer says, "I don't know, can't catch them."
Yeah.
All right, it's clean.
Very, very good.
All right, if we're gonna tell bad chicken jokes, why did the fox cross the road?
Oh no! What's going on?
Why did the
No,
fox
no more,
cross the
no more
road?
jokes. This is
Free
not
chicken.
let's
All
not
right.
do that. John Miller's coming in. Come on, save the hangout.
Save us, John.
Save the hangout, John Miller.
I'm out of here. See you later.
All right, see you, Sparky.
See you,
Thanks for
Take
coming
care,
in.
Sparky.
Yes, Sparky.
I'm gonna have to insist on getting a super chat if he wants
Well-
a joke.
What are we
Well,
gonna do with it,
I'm
guys?
hurting on bandwidth.
Oh,
Mark,
you
had
are.
to, didn't you, Mark?
You are hurting on bandwidth, John. Oh man,
Oh,
I'm so sorry to hear that. Or that's too
Sure.
bad, John.
But I can see, and it tried the video, the camera tried to turn on. I saw it go off for a minute.
Yeah,
You might get it yet.
You probably gotta just keep the camera off. So tell me what you've been up to, John.
Oh, gee whiz, there I am. Do you see me?
I see you.
Yeah.
We
Let's
see you,
how,
John.
let's see how your bandwidth holds up.
Well, I've had bad toothache for about a week.
Oh
And
man.
I'm going, it's one of those things that comes and goes. And so I've got to get that taken care of.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, I've been busy working on the Tutor, been working on the Trailblazer, I've been working on a couple other things on the computer. For me, my part of the hobby, I get as much fun out of it as doing the drawings. It takes me about as much time to do the drawings as it does to build the airplane.
I bet.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
you're basically building
that's
it
what I've been doing.
digitally. Yeah, you are basically building it digitally.
Well, with his part sheets, if you can't build it, something's wrong.
I know. I love those part sheets. They are really good. Yeah, I wish I had other part sheets. I wish. Hey, Jim's got to go. Hey, Jim, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you for telling us about what's going on with you, Lunar. I really appreciated that segment. Thank you very much.
All right, gotta
Guys,
go.
I see you.
All right, man.
I
Good
see you
night, man.
Friday night. I got to get out of here
Okay.
too.
Good night.
All right.
Hey,
Well, I
Jim.
might be ending the live stream soon.
Got here just in time, didn't I?
Yeah, just got here just in time to close out the live stream part of the show. Yes, we're pretty much all caught up. So we've had right now we just have 14 viewers at this point. We've had as many as 18, 19 viewers. No super chats though. No new subscribers. Hopefully, if you're still at this point watching the show, make sure you hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. And make sure you're a subscriber. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that next time Sparky's on or myself is on, you'll be notified. And please consider joining the YouTube channel. The minimum tier is at $4.99 a month. I'm a member myself, so I see the value, and hopefully you do too. And with that being said, I'm going to end the live stream. And hopefully this is Monday. Have some chance to do some flying, work in your shop, and come back Friday and tell us all about it. So until then, fair to
Hold on,
win.
Charles. I got a question yet.
Good night, everybody.
Has
Good
anybody
night.
had a problem
Good night, Ed.
with this Okie guy?
I haven't dealt with the Oki guy in a couple of years. And
Russell.
yeah.
Has anybody
I'm
tried
gonna
working
I'm
with
gonna
him
end the
and
live
doing it?
stream because I don't want to talk about someone's business.